What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Alienware M18 with a 700M gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're gonna try Bodycam out again, but this time at 1440p. Now, all the stuff I said in the last video still stands. Social anxiety got to me a little too much, so with being having to be on mic and all that stuff, I didn't want to have to do that and then be an absolute noob that doesn't know what they're doing on top of all that. Nope, that was just too much. So instead, I just kind of joined a game and ran around, so I know it's not a complete apples to what you'll get if you're joining a full game, but it was getting such high FPS, even if a full game, you'd still get over 60. Now, 1440p, I don't know, we'll see. We're gonna try to just play it on high, and then we'll play it a little bit on low and see what happens, just like we did at 1080p. So let's not waste any more time, and let's go hop into the game. Well, we'll have to waste a little more time. I just remembered we're gonna not be able to use OBS because OBS is just like, hey, black screen with sound. Not good. But we couldn't use Afterburner either, but at least it let me use the Alienware's little, not Alienware, but the AMD's overlay for fame and all that stuff. So much better than on the rest of the computers. I don't know why I wasn't allowed to use that on the little mini PC, but it wasn't letting me. It was not an option, though. Otherwise I would have gone with it. Same thing with my other laptop. This one it works on. Not when I turn the muck switch off though. So maybe it had something to do with no muck switch on the Asus G15 Advantage. I don't know. It gets confusing. But in any case, why are we not wasting more time now? And let's go get into the game. All right, so here's the settings we're gonna run. 1440, no frame limits, full screen. Oh, no, we want graphics. And then we're gonna start off, we're still running upscaling and all that stuff. This, for some reason, just wants to be low, no matter what I do. So, everything else, though, is either on epic or high. And then all this nonsense is turned off. So, now let's go get into the game. Alright, so now we're playing at a base of 1440p, but we still have upscaling, so I don't know what it actually is for resolution. And so far, we seem to get like 70 FPS, 60, 63... So, yep, 58. I was going to say, we're probably going to drop under 60 here and there. But it seems like it's probably going to get like the same kind of FPS that the Asus G15 Advantage got at whatever settings I had it on. Not like the settings seem to matter too much. But we're still at higher settings and a higher resolution than it was when it was getting these kind of frame rates. So I'd say that's still a pretty big win. So I'd still say this is pretty damn playable. I mean, I don't really care if it drops down to 58 every once in a while, as long as it's not a stuttery mess. And it doesn't look like a stuttery mess to me. We don't really have a frame time graph with this guy, unfortunately, but from what I can tell anyway, unless it's just FreeSync doing its magic, I don't see huge stutters or anything. It actually seems to be pretty damn smooth. Oh, somebody's joining. Alright, cool, we get to play for a little while. It's a lot scarier when I don't want to turn my flashlight on to give away my position. But at least on OLED I can see a lot easier. there's only 2 people on this whole map. It's probably hard to find each other, but I guess we'll just wrap this part up and move on. Alright, had to mute that. It was just way too loud for this one. Sometimes the music's not super loud, but sometimes in this game it's like ear-rattling loud. So we're still at 1440p and all that good stuff. We didn't really change anything in here, and then we didn't change anything up here, but we turned everything down here to low besides view distance and foliage. It's either epic or high, so I just put it on the lower of the two. And then we still didn't turn any post-process on. So now, let's get back into the... Alright, here we are in the game. Alright, we did not drop under 60, so obviously going to low at 1440p makes a difference on this thing. And it even made a little difference at 1080p. Not like on the Asus G15 Advantage. That thing, it didn't really make a difference what I did. So yeah, definitely still looks really good, and it definitely is a lot smoother now. I'd definitely rather play like this. But I'm someone who will give up graphics for frame rate in a first-person shooter. That's just me, though. Some people would rather it look pretty. That's why there's ray tracing and all that stuff in Fortnite now. Even though to run it, you have to like have upscaling and all this other stuff turned on too, otherwise it runs at like 30 to 40 FPS even on a 4090. So that's not what I would consider playable for a first-person shooter, but hey, or actually I guess that was a third-person shooter. I really hope I can get some screen recorded gameplay. I could really use to sit in a chair about now. The older you get, the harder it is to sit like just on your knees. I used to be able to do this as a kid forever, but you start getting older, you can't do that shit as much no more. Hell, eventually I'll get old enough to where I won't be able to do this at all. But that's still quite a far way off. Not even 40 yet. I mean, unless some weird unforeseen circumstances happen, which I hope don't, but I don't sit here worrying about that shit. You'll drive yourself nuts worrying about what could happen. It's best to just have fun and enjoy life the best you can. I think that's about good, so why don't we go ahead and go wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Bodycam at 1440p on the Alienware M18 with a 700M, and it still did pretty damn good. It was dropping a little bit under 60 when we had things on high, but it was still mostly playable. I think it dropped down like 57 or 58 once. Other than that, it was like 70 to 80. But if that's not what you would like, it seems that it goes up to like around 100 once you turn it down low, like 80 to 100 instead of like 50, more like mid-low 60s to like, I'd say mid-70s when it was on, you know, not epic, but high. So still more than playable for almost everybody, but for those people that care only about FPS, you can still get pretty playable frame rates. Obviously, they're not super esports levels. Most people that are into that want like 144 plus. Heck, some people are saying it's like 500 hertz or nothing now, but that's still crazy high. I'm more than content with 240 and 120 and 144. Anything over 100 for me, I'm absolutely happy with. But again, I'm not super competitive either, so I'm not obviously the target audience for that stuff. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.